All right, good morning once again, and we want to welcome you to another very amazing and interesting episode of your program on TV. This is Crossfire. My name is Dr. Banjo, and I have with me on the show, as usual, my co-anchor, Ishoma Againe.
Hello, good morning, Nigeria.
It's just like Alex called from Abuja and said, Againe.
Murdered in a beautiful way.
All right. We try as much as possible to just relax and keep our calm on the show, because by the time we go into issues and things to be discussed, then the old studio gets heated up, and before you know it, I mean, we're just all over the places. And that's why this morning we're going to be taking you through another very interesting episode, a topic that is amazing, a topic that is very interesting, and I believe very strongly that most Nigerians will be interested in knowing exactly what INEC has put in place to ensure that we have a credible, free, and fair election come February 14, 2015. Nigerians are waiting. People are agitating. A lot of very provoking statements have been made in the corridor, of parties. But notwithstanding, Nigerians are just believing that come February 14, we're going to have a credible, free, and fair elections. I mean, Ishema, I'm just of the opinion that we need more sensitization of the electorate before the elections. I think all political parties and even INEC are not doing enough.
I agree with you. But a situation where you have people who are also at the corridors of power making statements that can incite the people and cause violence, I think is most unfortunate. So at the end of the day, in fact, so far we haven't been hearing nasty comments from most of the citizenry. Rather, we've been hearing comments from those up there. So should we also take the campaign to them and sensitize them also, knowing fully well that they should be more knowledgeable on these things?
I believe that INEC could have done a lot better, not leaving the bulk of the canvassing and the knowledge of all the candidates that are going to be participating in the elections. I think INEC should create a platform to promoting. I'm not saying sponsor campaign. I'm just saying, do some kind of promos and jingles to populate. To populate from INEC. That these are the people we have accredited. These are the people we have accredited, and they are going to be participating in the presidential election come February 14th. You show their pictures and the parties they belong with their running mate. You are not canvassing, you're not saying anything. INEC is just sending and educating Nigerians and saying these are the people you should watch out for the polls.
I don't think that's necessary. For me, I feel all what INEC should do is preach the gospel of peace. Preach the gospel of saying things right, doing things right to ensure we have a free and fair elections. I don't think INEC should come out and begin to mention all the names of the aspirants and political parties. That's not necessary.
Anyway, I believe
all that's necessary
send
out posters and other forms of marketing strategy talking about peace. Shun electoral violence. Shun making statements that can incite people.
Okay.
At all levels.
And as we go on, we'll throw more light on that. Like we said, we have a very interesting topic to discuss this morning. Ahead of the February elections, matters arising. What to expect from security operatives during the elections. That's what INEC has said. It said, what should we expect come February 14 as security operatives will be posted and deployed to man each of the polling units while the elections process are going on. But basically, INEC is addressing and has said that we have done a couple of things to make the work of the security operatives to be very easy. So they came up with a list of things that has been put in place, and we quickly will run through that, and then we will come around to start talking about them. What to expect from security operatives what INEC has put in place come February 14 as people start to approach the polls. He said, thus, we did our best to learn from lessons of the past in establishing procedures, measures, and mechanism for a transparent process and to bring additional credibility to the process. And he talked about the modest achievements, things that happened in 2011 and what they've improved upon to make the electioneering process a free and fair one, and the type that will create a very conducive environment and atmosphere for electorates to be able to perform their civic responsibility. Now, he said, we have put in place a more credible register of voters. We have put in place a more credible register of voters. So we want to find out how credible is the voters register that INEC has provided, how credible. An important and valuable biometric database, which is formidable, for a national asset. He said, we have a remodified open ballot system, REMOBS, which allowed for transparent voting and result announcement procedures at the polling unit. INEC said remarkably reduced level of electoral fraud, especially involving staff of INEC. Substantially improved operational and logistical preparations, especially in the deployment of personnel and electoral materials. He said we have remarkably fewer number of post-election petitions at the tribunals. He said freer, more credible, peaceful elections than ever before in Nigerian electoral history. So INEC is telling us we have put a lot of measures in place to make sure that the forthcoming election is free and fair. But before we start discussing this, we will quickly take you through our regular journey of stories that are making headline news. You want to take the first one for us, Ishoma?
Okay, and that's on petrol pump price. Now, the NLC, TUC are saying the 10 naira reduction is not enough. But however, MAN and IPMAN have come out to praise the government, saying, well done for that. But now we're looking at TUC and we're looking at NLC, and they've said 10 naira reduction, that's zero, compared to the about 33% reduction in other countries. Why can't you give that to Nigerians?
I mean, as a matter of fact, of a candid opinion, I believe very strongly that the 10 naira reduction is not fair. It is not fair. Basically,
that's gross injustice.
It is not.
I see that as a slap to Nigerians.
They're just taking advantage of Nigerians' innocence.
The reduction is
that
our
we
right.
have not gone out again.
We shouldn't beg for that. Not like, now look, see how one of the things we were talking about yesterday now. I even told you yesterday how even before, when fuel was selling for 97 naira per litre, how at my own axis, I was buying it for 120.
More expensive.
Other places were buying for 140. But guess what? Now you said you bought it for 97.
I still bought last night for 97.
Was it Alex who called us yesterday? And
yeah, Alex called
otherwise. Now I was on my way home yesterday from work. I was going through the newspaper yesterday, and guess what? No filling station is currently selling for 87 naira either.
They've been
selling for 97 naira and above still.
Yeah, I think our concentration, we talked about, federal government, yesterday on the show, we talked about federal government coming out to say, due to the global reduction in the oil price, we have reduced, the pump price of petroleum, especially, petrol. And we discussed that extensively. But today, from what we're looking at, we're not looking at, federal government did it. Was it politically inclined, or the timing was just, the timing was just not good.
It's politically inclined. It's everything against the Nigerian people.
But today we are saying two things. One, 10 naira reduction is not enough. We are saying two. The enforcement, the immediate enforcement, of the instructions have not been carried out by the downstream. And so at the moment we're not even enjoying.
Another issue. Also, because last night, while we were talking on the phone last night, if you can remember, and we were trying to talk about one of the factors why the prices haven't dropped also. Mind you, these people also bought as when the naira was still high.
But I heard she made a statement that they actually followed the last batch of products that were brought into the country, and that by now considering the way petrol and other products are being, sold, that all of their backlogs must have been fully sold.
So why haven't the agency that is responsible, the pricing agency, why haven't they come out to enforce it? Now, you and I are Nigerians. We've lived practically most of our lives here in Nigeria. We have known so well that whenever the prices of anything goes up, it never comes down. I have never seen any commodity come down.
But for the first time, at least in a very long while, we're experiencing,
what reduction? 87 naira when we are still buying for 120.
No, so I think some people are just taking advantage of Nigerians.
At the end of the day, the 87 naira is just in paper, but in reality, it's still not 87.
I think some marketers are still taking advantage of Nigerians.
Still be 87 naira. I don't think.
Seriously.
I do not think anybody will be able to buy for 87 naira.
We're using this platform to reach out to the minister and to all people, especially PPPRA, who are in charge of the regulations and how it is being enforced. Lagosians, Nigerians everywhere are clamoring for the immediate execution or implementation of the instructions that the Ministry of Petroleum has already released. Which was widely spoken and spread by the Minister of Petroleum herself, Alison, Denziani. So what we are saying at the moment is that we are waiting for all filling stations to comply with the instruction and start to sell petrol for 87 naira at the least. While we wait for NLC and TUC to further agitate and see if we can have a more reduced price. All right, quickly, let's take the next.
And that's on security deployment for elections. Now, no fewer than 360,000 security personnel will be deployed for the 2015 general elections. Now, the Inspector General of Police, Mr. Suleiman Abba, has said this to journalists, and he said this at the end of the two-day conference in Abuja. Yeah. So now we're expecting, or we're hoping that 360,000, like if you recall yesterday, we did the mathematics at the
it doesn't still make sense.
We're hoping that they can add also to the number, not just 306. We're looking at a situation where we can have at least 1 million security, officers, agencies that can come out and ensure that we have a free and fair election. But do you think that's possible?
No, sincerely, I think it is possible if we militarize the election process. I have been saying it on this show times without number. Already it's becoming so clear. Yeah. Today is the 20th, with just about 25 days to the February elections, we still are not guaranteed of having, enough security operatives manning our polling units. It's unfortunate.
People haven't even gotten their PVCs either.
So the complications are just so
and
many.
Like I said yesterday, the whole world is watching.
All right. Anyway, we have told management to get us very quickly the Residents Electoral Commission for Lagos State. Do you know Lagos State has the highest polling units across all the nation?
I know.
About 3,200 polling units.
Number of people haven't gotten theirs, and I don't think would get theirs. Me, I'm one of them who won't get mine.
It's just mind. Bugging and very disturbing.
Wow.
That even, 25 days to the elections, a lot of people are still struggling to get their permanent voters
Which is
card.
your right.
Anyway, we'll go on a short break now, and when we come back, we'll be addressing some of the very vital issues that we expect people to prepare for come February elections, come February presidential elections. Just stay with us. format is getting better on Crossfire. It's getting really very interesting. Tomorrow, we will be having a guest joining us on the show. And I promise it's going to be a very wonderful time. I was opportune to listen to this gentleman speak, and I tell you, this is a gentleman who is doing well for himself. He knows his onions. He's versatile. He's informed. He's a seasoned speaker, and I believe this is a man who has prospered very, very, very seriously in his career. He's one of the candidates for the presidential election. I will not say more than that. I will tell you the party, and I will not tell you the name of the man.
And he's a man of the truth.
Yes, he will be here tomorrow on the show, live. You cannot afford to miss that session. It promised to be a very interesting one. All right, Ishoma, let's quickly go on the show today. What do we expect? We need to educate Nigerians. What are we expecting from security operatives during the elections? What are the expectations? What are the things we should look for during the elections? When we see our security operatives, be it civil defense, be it the Nigerian police, be it the immigration officers, what are the things we're looking
yourself also.
You know, what are we looking for? What should we look out for? I mean, this is a platform where we educate Nigerians. This is a platform where we tell you all the, all the trappings that you should expect as we approach the polls in February. And that's why this show is your show. You can call in and be a part of it. You can call in and make your own contribution. You can go ahead and tweet to us. You can follow us on our Facebook, and you can reach us on all our social platforms. And our numbers wherein you can call into the studio are scrolling or will be scrolled on the screen, and you can call us and be a part of the show. Now, the first thing I have on my list, one of the major responsibility of the security operatives as we approach the polls is basically, to police. Police should provide and to maintain public order, as well as create a favorable climate in which a democratic election can take place.
Do you think that's possible? Or we're hoping, okay, I know we're hoping, right? We have faith.
Is that during the election, they should maintain public order, as well as create a favorable climate in which a democratic election can take place. Do you think the Nigerian police can do that? Can they provide that kind of environment where at the moment we are not at war and you see the Nigerian police go around everywhere? Elections has not even come. They are carrying an AK-47. So if they want to now create a public order,
the highest bidder takes it.
If they want to maintain a public order and create a favorable climate for elections to take place, what are they bringing? Machine guns? I mean,
that was one of the things we talked about yesterday.
So what are we expecting that the police or the security operatives that are coming to the polling units, to man the polling units, what should they come with? What should they be armed with? Do you think they should carry guns?
Well, I don't think they should.
Or just batons?
Batons.
Or maybe some handcuffs, some curbs,
Yes, but at most, a tear gas.
Tear gas.
At most.
All right.
And that's when it's gotten to extreme, like it's gotten to the extreme.
What about...
but carrying a gun, I don't think that's
What about pepper
necessary.
spray?
Okay, and then someone's trying to attack and they just on your face.
Yeah,
well, if
something
that's
like
possible,
just to demobilize, not to kill.
Exactly.
Not to kill.
If that's possible, for me, I hope they would not resort into carrying firearms, because even a gun itself, it's enough to pose a threat to you.
Of course.
Considering also how we have seen policemen brandish weapons.
Yeah.
Oh God, I saw this picture of a policeman sitting on his rifle. And I was like,
sitting on his rifle?
I'm very serious. Oh yes, because there was a time the picture was everywhere on Facebook, on Twitter, it was everywhere. And I was like, policeman sitting on his own rifle. He was sitting on his own, like he was leaning on it. So imagine when a policeman, he's holding his gun carelessly and his hand mistakenly touches the trigger and then boom.
Stray bullets.
So we hope, come, February 14, we won't see our police security, operatives carrying their guns up and down.
All right, so they can carry guns.
We hope they do not have to do that. We hope they don't.
But don't you think Nigerians fear guns? Don't you think Nigerians fear guns?
Some people don't.
These miscreants and all these people want to come around and snatch ballot boxes, don't you think?
If you can remember when we talked about firearms and people being able to carry their own firearms for protection, if Nigeria was ripe for that, can you remember one of the things you talked about? The whole protection thing, jazz thing. Yeah. Some of these miscreants also have that. So how do you expect those people to be afraid
some of them will be shot
they
at.
have a protection?
Some of them will be shot at and or they exactly. You know, something like.
So we hope, no, but on the more serious, we hope security operatives, even if they have to carry guns around, I hope they will be able, or they will have been prepared mentally to know that you are not supposed to use this thing indiscriminately.
Okay.
If there is a situation of chaos and you're expected to enforce law and order, use your tear gas at most. But do not begin to shoot into the air do not begin to shoot at people.
All right, you can call into the show and let us know your thoughts. What do you think? Do you think Nigerian police and security operatives coming to man our polling units, do you think they should come with firearms or they should just come with demobilizers? Things that they can use on people just to demobilize them and calm them down to ensure that we have a smooth election process. Now, another thing is that it is their responsibility to make sure peaceful conditions are maintained at the polling and collation centers during election and to enable voters exercise their franchise without fear of intimidation, coercion, violence, or manipulation.
Now, you know also that carrying a gun also to a polling unit can also cause intimidation, coercion, violence also.
But I think that if they go, you know, my concern is that, Ishoma, let's be objective here. We are Nigerians, and we know who we are. And I believe very strongly, only a fool argues with a gun. And for me, I think that, you see, if we are not, if the Nigerian police, if the Inspector General of Police can assure Nigerians that, see, they have been spoken to, they will be calm, but not in a scenario where they are coming, they already shine their eyes, you know, take some paraga here and there, you know, have taken Indian hemp and they are high already.
But how can they also, look, the honest truth is, because I believe also the quality of security personnel we already have on ground, I believe those are the kind of people we'll also see on the election day.
But you know
now
what?
We know also
I witnessed
we see them drinking.
In 2011.
We see them drinking already.
In 2011.
So that means these are the same people
that was what happened.
To bring.
Very close to the word where I voted. There was a shop where they sell alcohol. That was where all the police sat. And they were drinking. They were drinking heavily. Bottles on bottles. People were just buying, you know, drinks for them.
Now, you see also, this is another way. Look, one of the things I
is to get a compromise.
One of the things I have here is the maintenance of impartiality and awareness of the electoral law. That means every police officer, they need to be impartial. But how do you expect
extremely non-partisan?
How do you expect him not to be partisan when somebody comes and says, officer, take this. You send a bottle of this to him. You send, recharge card for your phone. At that point, he'll be forced to ask, bros, which party?
So what exactly should be the conduct of police at the polling units?
Of course, you know.
They don't talk to the electorate?
As far as I'm concerned, they should be impartial. Yeah. No, their own duty, they're not there to come and fraternize. They're not there to come and take stuff from people to drink.
Okay.
What is their duty? Their duty is to enforce law and order. But the truth is, if you know you want to enforce law and order, that means from your approach also, the charisma you carry there will determine. If you go there and you're not laughing unnecessarily with people, you're not picking stuff from people.
My opinion is that they can actually carry arms. My opinion is that they can actually carry arms, you know, as against what you think. If they have been instructed, in case there is fracas, in case there's a problem, shoot into the air, you know, if you need to.
You shoot into the air. No, wait.
But you know, I'm not even familiar.
But then we have seen situations even where the bullets touches somebody and then the person dies. Now, do you know now, because we also praying and clamoring, begging Nigerians also that, please, no matter what happens, do not resort to violence. Now, imagine a policeman now, because if you're advocating that they should carry guns also, he shoots into the air and mistakenly the bullet hits someone and kills the person there on the spot. Under that situation, the people will be moved to violence.
All right.
True
Now,
or
let's
false?
look at another thing. It is also the duty of the police and the security operatives to protect lives and property of citizens during voters' registration, political campaigns, and voting. You know what I observed some time ago? In 2011, some guys, I don't know what caused the fight, some people who are not going to vote, you know what? They will be playing football on the streets, very close to where voting.
Want to take
and
cane,
then
water,
and you know what happened? You know what happened? They resulted into, yes, it's a goal, it's not a goal, and they started fighting. And the police left the electorate.
You see?
They left the queue, you know, monitoring the queue, and went to attend to that. And before they came back, believe you me, there was an attempt
because that was the
to go away with the ballot box.
That was, as far as I am concerned, in fact, commercial activities shouldn't even go on within a certain radius, where the elections are taking place.
But people will go hungry. Don't forget that the accreditation will be done a few hours in the morning.
I know.
They will go back just for a few, I mean, for some time, or almost immediately sometimes when there's no time.
What I'm saying is, if, for example, the election is taking place here, as far as we're concerned, no social activity, no commercial activity of any sort should happen within that environment.
I think that is very impossible.
I believe it's possible.
Objectively, I don't think so.
I think it's very possible.
People will want to buy gala, buy Coke, buy some things to drink.
Then they leave.
They leave and go home?
No. I mean, leave the environment where you're voting. I see no reason why someone who is hawking gala should begin to parade a place where you're voting. That's what I'm saying.
But people will be hungry, Ishoma. People will be hungry. I'm very sure these guys who ride bikes to sell cold, ice cream and all of that.
Look at what you're saying now.
Yeah?
The same way you want people to come and sell stuff around because you're looking at their stomach. Oh, people will be hungry.
Yes.
It won't cost you
because it takes a lot of time.
It will not cost you anything if you can walk in a few meters off.
Leave the queue. Leave the queue.
Tell someone, please, bros, I beg, I day here, I dey come back. It will not cost you anything.
Do that,
now,
if everybody should do that, Ishoma, who will be on the line?
But look at it, Dapo, because that's
we have aged men, aged women.
The honest truth is, the only way we can
we even have people who are sick, who are not feeling so fine.
The only way we can enforce peace is by applying strict measures. The honest truth is, we need discipline to have a free and fair elections. We need discipline to have a violence-free elections. And this is just one of the things. Anyway. Now, if you want people, if you're saying now that, you're advocating for people to be able to come and sell stores because we have aged and we have the sick people on the queue, that means somebody else can tell you, bros, I'm bored. I beg, make I play card. Make I play Ludo. Make I play Lotto. Make I play football because they are bored of standing on the queue. That's what you're saying. But look at the scenario you painted now. I'm trying to picture that in my head. Now, if the police will have
to get carried away or get involved in ensuring such things does not happen within and around the worlds where elections are taking place, it's a major distraction. And we're talking about less than approximately 3 officers per polling unit, 2.5, per polling unit.
No, but look at it this way now.
We need men.
For example,
we need security operatives to be more.
If, for example, someone is hawking gala now, like you said, gala here, gala, and then you give the person...
The security operatives too. Do you know why they will not chase them away? They will be hungry too. They will be hungry too.
Let us look at this critically now.
Yeah.
If, for example, now, do you know that fights also... misunderstandings can also break out.
Of course, now you match my leg. You didn't say sorry, or you pushed me. I got here before you. You are trying to shunt.
I gave you 1,000 naira for gala to gala. How much is my change? 900 naira. And then the other person say no. You gave me 500. Do you know that?
Now let me ask you this question.
Do you know that can cause issues? And when there's violence over that, now that means the policeman also, his attention will be distracted from focusing on what he should.
Let me tell you what happens in 2011. Let me tell you what happened in 2011. I need your thoughts on this. You know, old people are going to come to vote. 75, 80-year-old man, and they will be supported to come and, perform their own civic right. Let's quickly take this call. When we come back, we'll take it off from there. Mohammed is calling us. Mohammed, are you there? Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Mohammed, how are you today?
I'm fine.
And how is Abuja today?
Hello.
Hello, Mohammed.
I was watching your television yesterday in your program.
All right.
Crossfire.
Okay.
I like contributing yesterday, but unfortunately I couldn't reach you.
Oh, sorry about that.
Right now, as I'm talking to you, I am not close to my television. So I don't know what are you discussing today.
Okay, we're actually discussing what to expect from security operatives during the elections. What are the expectations? One of the things we have discussed is that should security operatives come with arms to the polling units? Should they be fully armed, or they should come with just demobilizers? Should they come with just handcuffs and tear gas and maybe cobs and some batons and maybe some pepper spray, but not fully armed as they come for the to the polling units? All right. Okay. Anyway, we expect that, one way or the other, Mohammed may likely get back to us. All right.
You're creating a scenario.
I was trying to create a scenario. And then suddenly, while we've been on a long queue, as the old people started coming, the police, the security operatives around were saying that we should give room for them. And so on the long run, we had a lot of old people, coming to shunt.
I know.
What's your thoughts?
That.
That is still...
I know. I've experienced that before. And what happens...
Knowing fully well the kind of respect we give to elders in our nation.
Now, under that, I know for some people, I believe it's a personal thing. Do you want this elderly person
to be in your front?
They're bent all over. Even though I'm in front and they're already bent and they look sick. Respect African tradition. We're brought up to respect our elders. It's a personal thing. If you say, okay, Mama, Papa, okay, constant for you can vote. But a policeman now forcing you, this old person must. As far as
you don't get respect.
You
want this man make you go kill for back?
Because I know personally,
like
I give that respect to them. If I'm on the queue and I see someone older than me, sir, because I believe that's the same way I would treat my father or my mother. But not when you're lording it over another person.
Okay.
If the policeman spoke with respect, please, can
let
you
this
allow?
old person,
it's a different thing from when you are forcing. No. I'm coming from a policeman. That shouldn't happen.
Okay. All right. Let's take this one. Besides, the police are equally charged with the responsibility of ensuring the safety of the electoral officers and materials for the exercise before, during, and after the elections. We have a call. Hey, Abraham. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Hello, Abraham.
How are you this morning?
Very well.
Hi,
Can you please speak up a little bit so that we can hear you?
I actually listened to what you just recently said.
All right.
Should come armed or not.
Please, can you speak up a bit?
Hello, can you hear me?
It's quite low. If you can just raise your volume.
Okay. What I'm actually saying is, I heard what you just said a while ago.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, we can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
We can hear you.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes,
Abraham, go ahead. We can hear you.
All right. I listened to this a while ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was concerned. He said the police come with fully armed.
Yes.
I think they should come. I think they should come for this election fully armed and prepared.
Okay.
Because the Nigeria we are in now,
yes,
bomb is like knockout. So coming unarmed is like allow.
Hello, Abraham. Hello, Abraham. Wow, we lost that call. Very, very interesting.
No, you see, this is like the second side of the coin, because we're looking at it also to protect innocent people, the electorate who will be voting, but also considering the security lapses.
And people who want to come and snatch ballot boxes.
That's the other
How
side.
do they protect, the election process?
Because this is like the devil, and we have another call. Let's take that.
Mohammed,
first.
good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Well done, Mohammed.
Yeah. Concerning about security and the election.
Yeah.
Yes.
What I think is that security should be armed, but it should be going around, not at the police polling unit. There should be security men at the polling unit, but not with arms.
Okay.
The ones that will carry arms should be going around in the street. Anywhere there are problems, they can call them to come around. But by the time you carry arms to polling unit, are you intimidating the
voters
or what? It seems not quite right.
But Mohammed, what of if they are on patrol? What of while they are on patrol and some miscreants take advantage of the fact that they are a bit far away from the polling booth and they snatch the ballot box.
No, you see, even if they snatch the ballot box, they will go through a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
There should be a strategic point where they can mount their blocks, the security can mount their blocks. You understand?
Yeah.
So even if a miscreant snatch ballot box, are they not going to go through ways?
Yeah, definitely.
If they can be on the road, they can actually cut whosoever has snatched a ballot box.
Right.
And if there is a problem between the masses who are voting, they can call their attention to come there.
That's true. I agree.
Very true.
In some places where you go, you see those who are not familiar with the security people with arms. If you take them there, they cannot come and express their rights.
All right. Thank you very much, Mohammed.
Thank you so much, Mohammed.
You made a very valid point.
Very beautiful point.
Very
but do you know
point.
another issue also, because he also mentioned mountain roadblocks and checkpoints and all of that. But do you know
but movement is even restricted anyway.
But the issue we're having right now is that even the 360,000 is not enough.
All right.
So
hold on your thoughts,
remember.
Ishoma. We'll go on a short break now, and then we come back to just take you through the last tranche of the program. Just stay tuned with us. All right, we are back. This is still Crossfire. We've been looking at a very critical topic, and we've had contribution from a lot of people who have been, calling into the program to let us know. We have a party saying, come fully loaded with hams. We have some other school of thought saying, no, let them just come with a few things that they can use to demobilize and all of that. And that's what this show is all about. Now, I was going to say this, Ishoma. Besides, the police are equally charged with the responsibility of ensuring the safety of the electoral officers and materials for the exercise before, during, and after elections. That means for security operatives, it's a full day affair. Until results have been announced in all you know, they can't go anywhere.
It shouldn't just be a full day affair. Even after the results have been collated and announced, we still need security, officers on the streets, making sure that there won't be any, violence.
How can that happen?
But the issue
Let me ask you this question so that you can answer it. How will it happen? They will be there before people start coming out for the accreditation process with the electoral officers as they settle down. They will be there all day. No food will be supplied. No water will be supplied. And they will be there.
I want to believe INEC
Would they be tired? Don't you think tiredness, don't you think boredom, tiredness will set in?
Very true.
And about that time, these miscreants can come in and they will not be able to, and they can overpower them.
I do not know 100% of the kind of training our police officers are giving. But if it's the kind of training our military men, our naval and Air Force personnel are giving, these people should be able to withstand all that boredom. They should be able to, because this is a national issue.
I'm talking about tiredness. Don't forget that most of the time they will be standing and walking around.
Yes.
It's not that they are sitting down somewhere. They're human beings, for God's sake.
That's one of the issues. But look.
Is the Nigerian police supplying them at least food while they are walking?
INEC should make provisions
Since movement is expected to be restricted, don't forget.
INEC should make provisions for that. Remember.
Okay, I believe so.
INEC should.
I believe so.
And what kind of food?
Hopefully.
No, that's another issue now. Because if, for example, now INEC, officials
they can bring swallow now, semo, fufu, as required.
Okay.
What food?
Hope.
Okay, what are you expecting?
No. Of course, that's what something that can satisfy them. But I'm looking at a situation where probably they bring gala. And a bottle of soft drink, or something for them, and then later on, an individual or another political party, they come and they give them something heavy.
Okay, imagine this scenario. In a bus stop, I cited...
Their attention will be tilted.
In a bus stop, before the elections, I cited the cover of an origin drink in the pocket of a police officer. Don't you think these guys, before they get to the, to their posting,
they have taken some money already?
Yes, now, and then they already have, reservations, everywhere in their pockets and all of that. So, we're talking about, the preservation of life and property, and especially, electoral officers, materials, for the exercise, and it has to be before, during, and immediately after. We need strong officers. We need sharp
definitely
officers.
People who are mentally alert, and also
reasonable.
physically alert also.
Yes.
Because I'm hoping on that day we'll see.
Haven't you seen an officer sleeping on duty before?
No, I know.
With the gun, carrying the gun like this and sleeping. They are human beings, for God's sake.
Of course,
and the Nigerian police are not well taken care of anyway. Many of them, don't forget that, they will not take the 300,000 they are deploying.
360.
No, it's just the civil defense that is bringing 60,000.
That's inclusive.
But yes, but let's say 300 from the Nigerian police. Imagine, do you know there's a possibility that they may work overnight?
True. Very true.
They may work overnight.
Do you know during the break, when we're talking about this, when we're reacting to Mohammed's call, and it occurred to me that, okay, now I want to a little bit agree with you when you were saying yesterday on the show, talking about military, we need the military, we need the Air Force, and because now we're faced with
the reality.
With the reality of this now, even though we know in ordinary circumstances, we do not need the military, Air Force, or the Navy involved in this. But now, considering the fact that we're short-staffed also, like the Nigerian police, we need security.
We need more people.
Now, Mohammed was talking about, mounting roadblocks and all of that, checkpoints and all of that.
And being fully armed.
No, look, the honest truth is, let us analyze
he said bomb is like knockout now.
I know it is, but the honest, of course, we even have some knockouts that sound exactly like guns. So it's even difficult for you to tell which is which. But now look at it, the fact that if we have military men, we have naval officers and Air Force officers also parading, with the helicopter and mounting security checkpoints on the major highways. That is one. But another issue now is, and also on major streets, because we also have seen situations. I have witnessed one before. That was 2011 elections, where some miscreants snatched some ballot boxes, and people were thinking they were going to take the highway. They did not. All they needed to do was follow some corridors, follow some, nooks and crannies. And what did they do? They went into somebody's house to hide the ballot boxes.
Okay.
So under that situation, if our streets are also well protected, are well manned, we can also checkmate the occurrence of that.
The activities. All right. Now, I mean, you know how time flies on this show. We have a lot of them. And also, I mean, let's quickly take this one and then, we'll bring the show to a close. A police officer ought to be alert all the time during voting to ensure that there is prompt response to any incident which could disturb the electoral process if not properly handled. They should also be accessible to voters who might need their assistance.
Now, the truth is, if you need security operatives who will be alert, please do not bring a man who is so old and looking tired that, he needs to sit or he needs... You need to bring police or security officers who are younger, who look sharp,
I'm so
who are more
sorry,
fit.
Shoma. We can't just go on the show. Time flies here. We have loads and loads and loads of, responsibilities that are being expected, that is being expected from our security operatives come, the polls February 2015.
We hope they can
trust
live up to
that the Inspector General of Police will get a glimpse of some of the instructions that we have passed across on the show. Tomorrow morning, join us once again for another very interesting episode of your show. And we want to say a very big thank you for all of you who called into the show.
Thank
you, and God bless you.
Bye.
All right, see you tomorrow morning.